Welcome back, painting friends. If you've been following along, we are making a gnome band. Here's what you're going to need for today's gnome, which is the clarinet. Colors are black, brown, white, blue, purple, teal, green, and yellow. I have my favorite 4 brushes in the studio, my 1-inch flat brush, my 10, 6, and 1 round brush. Don't forget to have a cup of water and a rag for keeping those brushes clean. Let's get started. The back of my gnome pictures, I'm making a watercolor background. So you just want to add some water to your canvas first, so that when you put your acrylic paints on there, the colors will just kind of simply blend together really nicely and easily. All right, when all the colors are on there, I'm going to grab a little bit of my dark blue, a little bit of the purple, and a little bit of the teal, as well as adding some white in there for all of them. And I'm just gonna messily kind of put these colors around the canvas anywhere I want them to go, making sure I fill in the background. Now, before we let this dry, I'm going to take that brush, just a little bit wiped off. I'm going to grab some brown paint and I'm going to put in the stage for my gnome. So I'm just going to make a little brown rectangle right here at the bottom of my canvas so that I know where my gnome is going to be standing. We're going to let our background dry, and when we come back, we will add in our gnome. With the dry background, it is now time to lay out my gnome. I'm going to use my number 6 round brush and some white paint just to kind of lay out where all of my gnome features are. Most of my gnomes, I like to start with the nose, and I just kind of drop it right in the middle of the canvas. And then I will take like a big floppy hat and just kind of run it over the nose and give it like a small little hot dog-ish shape. And then the hats are all different directions. You can add a curl to it. It could be floppy. This one I am going to keep kind of like just as a nice swooped triangle. I'm going to make this triangle kind of swoop this way a little more. Yeah, like that. I didn't want it to look too pointed, just kind of a nice straight triangle. Then my gnome was going to have some mustache and a beard. I think this mustache, I'm going to make it kind of curl up and come back. Your mustache can be any way you want. And then my beard, this one's gonna be kind of a beard that just goes everywhere. This guy's gonna have a very untamed beard. So from there, I'm going to put my clarinet just going down this way. So I'm just gonna make a rectangle kind of right in this area. So that's really all I need to kind of lay out for my gnome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint his hat green. So I actually grabbed some of that light green and some white. I was trying to make the rim a little bit lighter color than the rest of the hat. So I'm going to paint my hat green, but I'm adding a little bit of white to the rim of the hat. And then I'm just going to use the regular green to paint the rest of the hat in. I can take that brush, wipe it off a little bit, grab some white paint, and just put a little bit of white paint kind of right at the top of the hat while it's still wet. Now I'm going to take that number 10 round brush with some white paint, and I'm just going to fill in this little funny little mustache right here. On my palette, I'm gonna mix up some of the white paint and some of the black paint and make a really nice light gray color. Once I have a color I like, I can go ahead and fill in this beard area. All right, wash that brush off, dry it off. Let's grab some green paint and put in his tunic. So most of my tunics kind of have like a rounded bottom to them. This one I'm going to have come all the way down to the ground, and I'm going to have it just have two little bumps right here where the feet are gonna go. I can go ahead and paint all of that in that darker green color. And then just under here, I'm gonna grab a little bit of black paint and just put a straight line and kind of put a little bump right here. So a straight line and a little bump. Grab a little bit of white paint and just make a small little highlight at the top of that. As far as your gnome skin color, you can choose any color you want. A lot of times I'll just take some yellow, some brown, and some white and mix it together on my palette to get kind of a really, really, really light tan color for my gnome nose. And then as far as our clarinet, or if you choose to do an oboe, okay, I'm gonna teach you both of these. First, I'm gonna do an oboe, then I'm gonna cover the oboe part up and turn it into a clarinet. But I have my number 6 round brush, and if I were going to have this be an oboe, I would take some light gray paint and I would make a small little mouthpiece that just kind of went right here. And then I'm gonna paint the rest of this in black. At the base of it, we're just gonna have it kind of come out at an angle and a rounded bottom. At this point, we're gonna let this dry, and when we come back, we'll add in his arms, his hands, his patches, and all of the other cute little details. So with our background dry, let's go ahead and finish off our hair. I'm going to use a little bit of watered down black paint, and I'm going to go right here by the nose and just kind of make some skinny, skinny, skinny little lines out. And some of those lines can even kind of go a little bit further. Same thing with the beard down here. I'm just gonna take some of those little lines, kind of pull them right out from underneath the nose. And then just add some. Before I go down too far though, I really think I want to add a little bit of white kind of towards the end of this beard area. So I'm just gonna grab some white paint on my number 6 round brush and just kind of brush some of these edges out a little bit. I like that little bit of white in there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and continue down with my little black lines, going into those white areas. And all I'm doing is barely letting my paintbrush hit the canvas. That's how I'm getting such skinny little lines. Okay, perfect. Back to my oboe, which I'm about ready to turn into a clarinet. So clarinets and oboes have quite a few little silver pieces. Let's just call them silver pieces. They're like the finger holes and things like that. So I'm just gonna add a couple of little ovals going down the side, maybe even like a line. It has been like 30 years since I've played clarinet, so I don't remember exactly how many there were, but I feel like there were quite a few of like little lines and circle-ish oval things, okay? I'm also gonna take some of that silver and just put a small little line right here at the base. And I'm gonna put one right here as well. Now, if you wanted to turn this into a clarinet, 'cause remember, both very similar, what I would do is I would take some black paint and I would just make a skinnier space right here that kind of comes out at a base there. And then I would add some of that grayish silver color right here, kind of separating those. Okay, so there you go. Now we have a clarinet. Let's go ahead and put our hands on this. So I'm gonna grab some green and white paint, and I'm going to just make a little bump right here on the side of his shoulder, and I'm just gonna bring it right up here. You know what? I think that's supposed to be on top. I was trying to think about if I was putting the wrong hand on top. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fill that in with that little bit lighter green. Same thing on the other side, this little bump right here, except the arm is gonna kind of come down this way. I'm gonna grab some of the regular green color and put a small cuff on the end of the arm. And I like to make my gnome arms really, or my gnome hands really simple. They're kind of all just in mittens. So I'm just gonna put like a thumb and then like a hand right here. Same thing down here. I'm just gonna put my thumb and then my hand. Right now, as far as my patches go, since I have green on here, I am gonna add some white before I put my patches down, but I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do a patch, and then I'm gonna knock all of the patches out. So I'm gonna add some white first, and then I'm gonna take my yellow paint and put the yellow right on top of it. Now, after that yellow's on, I could take a little bit of the watered down black paint that I have, and I can just outline my little shape. And I can add some X's on it to show that there's some stitching happening. Something else I could do is I can go in and I can add a small little line and just put a couple of X's on it, so that it looks like that is also stitched back together without a patch. So add as many or as few little patches as you want. With our patches finished, now it's time for some highlights and some ghost lines. So I like to make my highlight just a little bit of white paint, just kind of put them anywhere I think there might be a small highlight on my gnome. There's really no wrong place to put one, so have fun with your highlights. And then as far as ghost lines go, I like to take a little bit of watered down black paint on my number 6 brown brush. And a ghost line is essentially a line where sometimes you see it and sometimes you don't. So you might want to like highlight the fact that there's an arm here, okay? You might want to highlight part of this little cuff or even part of the hand, but you don't have to go through the whole entire space. You could just outline a section of it and it makes a big impact. So you're gonna go through now and just add a ghost line any place where you think that the image itself needs a little bit of definition or just a part of the outside edge. Now, the last thing you can choose to do if you want to is add some music to the background. You can add either little staff lines, or you could just go in and add some instrument notes. You can get kind of crazy with your notations if you know a lot about music. I've not played an instrument since high school, so most of it I remember, but I wouldn't call myself a prodigy. And there you have it. When you're finished, find a color that's going to show up on your canvas and sign your name. Remember that I never get to see what you're painting at home unless you take a picture of it and post it to my Facebook page, Painting with a Purpose. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Painting with a Purpose, so you are kept up to date on all of the tutorials. And remember, as always, stay kind, stay creative, and stay safe. Have a great day, friends. Bye now.